Hello and welcome to the Servlet tutorial 7. My name is Arjun. In the previous tutorial we learned what is a cookie and why do we need cookie. In this tutorial we will do a hands-on example using cookies. So let's get started. Open up your Eclipse IDE. Let's create a new dynamic web project. I'll call it cookie demo. Next, give a finish here. So first of all, we will create a new JSP file. If you don't know what is a JSP, then don't panic. We will discuss about JSP in another series of tutorials. But as of now, just understand that a JSP file is quite similar to an HTML file. The only difference is that JSP file, apart from having HTML code, can also have Java code embedded inside it. So basically a JSP file is a combination of HTML and Java code. So let's give it the name index.jsp. Next, finish. So the functionality that we want to achieve with this program is similar to the screenshot that I showed you in the previous tutorial, where the Gmail remembers your username and password. So here we want this application to remember our username and password. So we have to create a login page, and then we will send cookie to the server, and then server will add this cookie to the response, so that every time we go to the login page, the username and password field is already filled with data. So let's create a simple HTML form here. A form name is equal to let me name form action is equal to, here we have to write the name of the page where we want this request to be forwarded, but as we don't know which servlet we have to send the request to, so we are keeping it blank as of now. So here now we close the form tag. Inside the form we want a username. User is supposed to enter the username. If you don't know how to write tags in HTML, then go to Servlet tutorial 2, where I discuss about do get and do post methods. There I explain how we write these basic text box and tag user input. So input type is equal to text, name is equal to username, then we want the user to enter the password. Input type is equal to password, name is equal to password, and let's give a line break here. and here as well. Input type is equal to submit, and the value means the caption of the button. So we want the caption to be, say, okay. Now let's create a servlet here. So this servlet will basically act as a server. So let the package name be Arjun, and the servlet class name. This servlet will actually act as a server, so let it name my server. Next, and we just need this do get method. So we need to post finish. Here, if we run this server, run the servlet on the server, remove all and finish. So this is the address of our servlet. So let's copy this address, and since we want this username and password to go to the server directly, so let's paste the address here, Control V. So let's run the application again. Next. Finish. Okay, so if I enter something here, it should go to the servlet. Okay, fine. Now what we want to do is, whatever username or password is being sent from this page should be paged on the server, so that the server can add that username and password to a cookie, and then the cookie can be sent back to this client. So what we will do here is, inside the do get method, we will write a string name, let it be username is equal to request dot get parameter, and the parameter name here is again username. So just copy this. Similarly, we will fetch the password here. Password is equal to request dot get parameter password. Forward double quotes here. Now what we want to do is, we have just fetched the username and password, and we want this username and password to be stored inside cookies. So let's create object of cookie class. So let's create a new cookie. It is saying us to import cookie class. So let's import cookie, and here we have to mention the name of the cookie. So let the name of the cookie which is going to store a username be user cookie, and the value that it is going to store is this username. So let's copy this. So this is going to return us an object of type cookie. So let's create a cookie and let its name be UC, user cookie. Okay. Similarly, we create another cookie to store the password. So cookie PC is equal to new cookie. Let the name of the cookie be pass cookie, and the value that we are going to store is the password. And then we want to display a message here that the cookies are properly set and sent back to the browser. So let us write that. Print writer pw is equal to response dot get writer pw dot println. So here we will print the message that cookies added and sent. Here we have two cookies and we have to add them to the response. So response dot add cookie, user cookie, then response dot add cookie, pass cookie. Then we will display the message that cookies are added and sent in the response. So initially it so happens that when the user comes to the login page for the first time, since the server is not aware of the username and password and no key set, so the form will be displayed something like this. Means the form will be blank, and when the user enters the username and password, you can consider this index.jsp to be a client and then my server to be a server. So whenever the client sends the username and password, the server will fetch the username and password and put them inside cookies, and then it will add the cookies to the response and will send it back to the browser here. So what we need to do here is we have to fetch the cookies from the response and then add it here. So what we will do here is we will write some Java code here. As I told you earlier that a JSP file is nothing but a combination of HTML code and Java code. So here inside this HTML code we can also write Java code as well. So first let me change the title. I will call it client. So to write Java code inside this JSP file, what we need to do is we have to use some special type of tag which is called scriptlet tag. So this is the scriptlet tag. Here inside this tag we can write Java code. So here we will declare two variables, string uname, and initially when the user logs in for the first time on this page, the username and password is supposed to be blank, so we will keep it blank, empty string. And similarly another string, say pass, and it is also an empty string. Now what we need to do, if we want some value to be pre-filled here in this form, we have to use the property value. So we will write value, and the value should initially be this one. So again, since we have to write Java code here, we will use Servlet tag. And to display anything using Java code inside HTML, we have to use this tag, and here we will use the tag name. Don't worry if you do not understand what exactly is happening with this code, Servlet code. Don't worry about it. In our tutorial series on JSP, we will learn more about it. But as of now, just understand that whenever we have to display some output from HTML code, we write it like this. And when we have to display code from Java, we use this type of tags. This is called expression tag, which displays the value. It is similar to out.println and something like that. So we can display the value here. And one more thing, that here we have double quotes, so we will put the value inside a single quote here. Similarly, we will use a value tag for password field as well. Let it be similar to this one, pass. So when a user comes for the first time, username and password field are supposed to be blank, and next time user comes to this page, the username and password should be pre-filled. So to pre-fill them, we have to provide values to these two variables. So to provide values to these two variables, what we need to do is we have to fetch the cookie array that the server has just sent. So to fetch the cookie array, we have to use a request object. So request dot get cookies. So this method will return cookie array. Did you just notice that I did not have to declare this request object? It is already present here. I did not have to make a declaration HTTP servlet request and then create this object. This is because JSP provides request as an implicit object. What that means is a request object is already present here, and we can use it as and when needed. So it is of type HTTP servlet request only. So since this method is returning a cookie array, so we will hold it inside a cookie array. Cookie array, and if the cookie array is not null, we will fetch the values from it. So if cookie array is not equal to null, we will fetch the values from it. So here, since we are supposed to have two cookies, so we will run a loop here. So for each cookie from this cookie array, if the cookie dot get name dot equals, means if the name of the cookie is this user cookie, just copy this. So if the server has sent a cookie with the name user cookie, then what we are supposed to do here is we will fetch the value of this particular cookie. So cookie dot get value, and then we will store this value. Since this user cookie is going to give me the username, so we will store the value inside the username variable. So the username will be equal to cookie dot get value. We will do the same thing for the password cookie as well. So let's copy and paste here. If cookie dot get name dot equals, if it is equal to this pass cookie, we will store its value inside this pass variable. Let's say this. So let's save all and once again run the program. Restart the server. Okay. Let the username be Arjun and the password be 123. Okay, so it is saying that cookies are added and sent in response. So if I open up this again, say here, if I open up that page again, the username and password are already present there. This is because our server has set the cookies here and added them to the response, and then client has fetched the values out of the cookies and have pre-filled the browser with these values. So to understand it better, let's open up an external browser. I'm going to open up Google Chrome. You can use any other browser as well. So let's open up Google Chrome. So inside Google Chrome, go to the settings. Scroll down, go to show advanced setting, and then go to the content setting. Here inside the content settings, if we see that there is no cookie available here, so what we will do is we will make call to that particular page from here itself. So let's copy this URL from here and paste it here in the Google Chrome. So the index page is open. Here again I write the username to be Arjun. and let the password be Java. I press OK, and the cookies are added and sent in response. So to verify that, we will go again and then see all the cookies and site data. Here 3 cookies are set in the local host, so we open up them. Here we have user cookie, we have pass cookie, and we have JSession ID. We have already set this user cookie and pass cookie. So let's open this user cookie. Here the name of the cookie is user cookie. Content is the username that we just entered. So it is Arjun here. Similarly, in the pass cookie, the name is pass cookie and the password that I entered was Java. So the cookies are added inside the browser. Now, what is this JSession ID? This JSession ID is actually a unique ID that is created by the browser to maintain the state. We will have a look at it in subsequent tutorials, but as of now these 2 values are set. So let's make another request for the same page. Say page is here and the values are pre-filled here, as you can see. So the values are pre-filled here. So this is how cookies work. So I hope you could understand it properly, and in the next tutorial we will learn how we maintain a session or manage the state of user activity without using cookies. We need a mechanism to maintain the session without using cookies, because sometimes it so happens that the user has disabled cookies. You can also disable the cookies. So if the cookies are disabled, then we should have a way to maintain the session. Here inside the settings, a user can always disable the cookies, like by checking this option, block sites